Welcome back to the channel. We're back with our 2021 Player Outlook presented by RotoHeat.com. This time we're talking Dawson Knox, tight end, Buffalo Bills. Thanks you guys for showing some love to the channel, smashing the like, the subscribe, the notification icon. As always, it's appreciated. Let's get to it. And of the 13 analysts that looked into Dawson Knox, we think he's going to finish somewhere between tight end 23 and 29. So obviously, low end tight end 2 or probably a tight end 3 at best. One's buying, 5 are holding, 7 are selling. And we do think his ADP is going to be really pretty much the same next year as it is currently. The team thinks there's potential that he could be a weekly flex in 2021. Going through the guy's comments, the issue is not the player. The talent is there. But when you look at a team that just blew up last year, he didn't get much targets. He actually got less targets last year when the team offense was better. So what do you do with that? Now, the question that rolls around in my head when I'm thinking about a guy like this, in the tight end position is, we know the talent's there. Is he one of those guys that falls into the category that it's a 2 to 3 year development plan for a tight end before he really gets to that point? Although we've been seeing some of these bigger name tight ends hitting a little sooner. Is it that he's just in a crappy situation, which we know he's not? Buffalo's a team on the rise. Is it, those are the questions you have to ask yourself. The problem that you run into with Knox on this offense is he's probably 4th option on the team, maybe 5th option when you're going through the reads as a quarterback. Diggs got like 170 targets last year almost, like 165 or something like that. It was very somewhere between 160 and 170. It's like, okay, so of the pass attempts that Allen had, we clearly know that Diggs is the man, and they threw the ball, like 550, 575, somewhere in that range. Diggs was number 1. Cole Beasley was right behind him, and then it really did get spread super thin. Both Beasley and Diggs got over 100 targets, and then nobody else got above 65. Davis, 62. John Brown, 52. Devin Singletary, 50. Knox had 44. Isaiah McKenzie, 34. Zach Moss, Tyler Croft, Lee Smith, Andre Roberts, TJ Young. There were a lot of different pieces. Now, obviously, some of those pieces have moved on. They brought in others like Emmanuel Sanders. How does he play into the conversation? So those are things that you have to worry about with a guy like Knox. This guy probably will be on your waiver wire. I can't imagine him being drafted unless it's a super deep redraft league. I can't imagine him being drafted. But he's one of those guys that the talent's there, so you really do need to keep an eye on him. If this team regresses a bit, you got to think that Diggs is not going to get 170 targets again. I would think he's probably in the 140 to 150 range, though, so he's not far off, I would anticipate. Beasley, is Beasley going to get what he's getting? How does that all play in the equation? Gabriel Davis taking the next step. People see big things for him. Just really tough to think a tight end's viable in this offense right now. So I would let somebody else jump on that. Or keep him on the waiver wire and keep an eye on him, but don't go spending high draft capital on him in a redraft. And if you're in Dynasty, he's a fine guy to target because right now his value is perfect to stash and see what happens. What are you doing with him? Let me know if you've traded for him. Let's keep this conversation going below. And as always, check out the rest of those 2021 player outlooks in the playlist below. Love you guys. We'll see you.